Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all my co-speakers and the beautiful audience from around the world. Warm greetings to all of you on the occasion of the World Science Day for Peace and Development as designated by the United Nations. It is an international day that highlights the relevance and significance of science in our daily lives for peaceful and sustainable societies, as well as the need to engage in conversation on emerging scientific issues to promote national and international solidarity for shared science between countries. And lastly, this day also helps to draw attention to the challenges faced by science in raising support for scientific endeavor and work. The overall objective of this day is to raise awareness of the role of science in global society and make it more sustainable around the world, as well as to mobilize all stakeholders around the topic of science for peace and development, from citizens of the world like you and me, to government officials, to media, to students across levels, pretty much anyone who's on this planet. So you can see that apart from offering an opportunity to show the general public the relevance of science in their lives and to engage them in discussions, this day also helps to bring a unique perspective to the global search for peace and development. The theme for this year's campaign, as we all know, is Basic Sciences for Sustainable Development. And it will help to showcase the efforts made in this direction by countries and act as an inspiration to one another. The basic sciences refer to scientific disciplines of mathematics, physics, chemistry, biology, geosciences, etc., since they provide a fundamental understanding of natural phenomena and the processes by which natural resources are transformed. They also help to identify mechanisms to adequately use knowledge and transfer technology. There are two fundamental goals of basic sciences: understanding our world and ourselves, and improving our lives through the development of technology and treatments for disease. We must understand that basic sciences are necessary for technological improvement and productivity, increase in agriculture, manufacturing, and the service industries, including health sciences. They provide a means to address vital challenges such as access to food, energy, health, and communication technologies for all. They allow us to understand the impact on the planet of about 8 billion people living on it, and thus help to limit or sometimes even reduce the impact. Basic sciences develop and establish information to predict phenomena and understand nature. However, it goes without saying that in doing so, we need to religiously follow or examine the primary attributes of basic sciences like objectivity, verifiability, ethical neutrality, systematic exploration, reliability, precision, accuracy, abstractness, and predictability, in line with peace and sustainable development. I think knowledge of basic sciences is critical for all of us as global citizens because of dynamic times, as it helps us to make more informed choices. It's also important to be educated in these areas so that we can stay away from misinformation about sciences and the scientific world. For example, the common ill belief of the yesteryears was that machines will destroy mankind, whereas over time we realized that machines actually help and fasten the process, and they actually help human development and control to function correctly. In today's age, the similar example or the common ill belief is that artificial intelligence is hostile and will destroy humanity, etc., etc. Whereas the fact is that AI actually complements our processes. More than often, people tend to confuse intelligence with sentience. And in fact, cinema often portrays and adds a lot of spice and imagination in the name of creative freedom. And that's why we need to be educated and well informed. AI is intelligent and not sentient. It cannot predict by itself. It can aid in prediction and draw legit conclusions for all of us. So it actually quickens the processes for mankind. It can hugely help, but cannot replace human intervention. So things like that. I mean, there are a million such examples, but we all need to be more aware and more educated. So let's not lose our sense of rationale and the hunger to know the scientific truths. Another aspect that draws my attention is whether education in basic sciences is truly focusing towards sustainability. If not, then we need to relook at the curriculum and the educational content that we provide globally. Probably environmental sciences, which has had a huge significance in today's times, especially with regard to sustainability, should be included as part of integral study in today's times. I also believe that science education from an early age gives appetite for research and it encourages people to pursue scientific careers, which is essential for the development of humanity. Moreover, the scientific methods and curiosity can be brought to many other areas of personal, professional, and social life, which contributes to the education of responsible and autonomous citizens. So we need to promote basic sciences education and teacher training. We must promote the dissemination of good practices, and we must also highlight the successful stories from countries that have significantly developed in this area and have a good cross exchange of scientific development. In many regions of the world, countries have committed to devote up to 1 to even 3% of their GDP to financing R&D programs. Well, some examples show that such expenses allow the development of the economy and of the international influence. However, most are still fairly far from their goals. We need to facilitate greater financial support to basic sciences and invite governments and people in power to reach their own commitments to finance basic sciences. We could also look at a specially devised educational program kind of a structure in basic sciences for adults who may have had to abort their studies or formal education due to financial constraints or other reasons, and are today small-time entrepreneurs creating gadgets or machines, etc. Now, imagine if their knowledge base is enhanced and they move a level up. The more people are aware of the basic sciences, the more will be the movement towards innovation and growth. And we need more scientific advancement at all levels. According to the data from UNESCO Science Report 2021, for 86 countries, some devote less than 10% of their research expenditure to basic sciences and others more than 30%. Having a capacity in basic sciences is in the interest of both developed and developing nations. And it gives the potential for applications to foster sustainable development and raise the standards of living. The World Economic and Social Survey 2018 reviews the advances in frontier technologies, automation, robotics, electrical vehicles, renewable energy resources, technologies, biotechnologies, and artificial intelligence, and analyzes their economic, social, and environmental impact. These technologies possess immense potential for fostering growth and environmental sustainability and accelerating the achievement of sustainable development. We need to ensure that advances in frontier technologies should promise innovation and ethical growth in line with peace and development, prosperity, contentment, equality, and the 2030 Agenda and its 17 Sustainable Development Goals for global society. We all need to continually work towards ensuring that the world is even more scientifically aligned through logical rationale, and that we innovate in line with the United Nations SDGs for global peace, development, and sustainability. Thank you and namaste.